Very, very good team. Took, obviously Boise State to the final possession. Stanford, I thought they played really well. Really a two-possession game, and then Colorado came down to a final possession too. So you're looking at a team that their record is totally different than how good they are. They're probably four possessions away from being a one-loss team. So Coach Logie is a tremendous coach. Has really worked his way up the ladder. Have a ton of respect for him and his program. And there's a lot of storylines. Obviously, our old coach was there, Coach Sprinkle. My trainer, Brett was there. Johnny Hill was there, and Darius Brown's brother's their leading scorer. So there's a lot of crossover with Utah State, Montana State. So I have a ton of respect for them.
You mentioned Darius Brown's brother. Have you had much chance to talk with Darius? Because he left right as you.
I texted him last night. Said he's a way better shooter. He agreed with my assessment. Yeah, his brother's a better shooter than Darius, but obviously DB is a great decision maker and an elite player. But I was joking with him, and he's excited to watch the game.
Looks like they've got some other guards too. All three, three guards averaging double figures. So.
Yeah, no, good team. I mean, I think they're really good. I think they'll be at the top. I think them and Weber will be right there. I think they're a team that really did a nice job with rebuilding their team. They were able to retain some guys, and they do a great job on both sides of the ball. They're not a one-trick pony. They're very packed in defensively. They load to the ball. They team guard. Offensively, they all know their role. They made timely shots in all three of their bye games. And if you really go back and watch those games, I mean, they could have won them all.
Hey, you mentioned all those games where they kept them close, but they've come up short in each of their three toughest games. Is there a common thread between why they lost those games, or just different factors that can make?
Yeah, I mean, I think every game's different. I think in Colorado, I mean, they had the game won. I mean, Colorado just made some unbelievable offensive plays down the stretch. I think Boise kind of did the same. Stanford had got away from them really about the 37-minute mark. But yeah, I mean, they're good. This is not a team that we're going to certainly take lightly. I can tell you that.
They make three-pointers too.
Yeah, shooting 38%.
But shoot a good percentage.
Yeah, Darius's brother shooting 52, 53. I mean, he can flat out shoot the ball.
There's a slow-paced team too. I think one of the slower, at least offensively. Do you feel like that works into what you guys do? Because you guys like to drag out your defensive possessions. They like to drag out their offensive possessions. Is that a good or a bad thing for you in terms of pace?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got to continue to create turnovers. I think we're turning people over at 16% of our. I think our steal rate's like at 16%. There's going to be certain opportunities in the game when guys spin or guys turn their back that we've got to try to steal the ball. I think we got to continue to do that. That really fuels our offense. I think that was a big key to our success. I think we averaged 25 points in 2 games off our turnovers at that tournament. So we got to continue to do that.
What do you see from Montana State defensively? I know some of the numbers, they don't have great block percentage, but their defensive numbers aren't necessarily terrible outside of that.
Yeah, man-to-man, over help, make you shoot threes, kind of pack it in, drop coverage with the 5, transfer from Wisconsin. They've got another backup big transfer from Florida State. So they've got some size. They dare you to kind of shoot mid-range shots, which is not a high percentage shot. I think they do a really good job of that. They're scout specific on certain guys, the way they guard off ball screens. So we'll work on that the next 3 days. I think we had a travel day, then we took an off day, and we've got 3 days prep, right? We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, play Saturday afternoon, off Sunday. This is really about us getting better. We're in a good place right now. We're off to a good start, but as we know, college basketball can go upside down with 1 or 2 bad weeks. So we've got to be on top of our stuff every day. And continue to build our depth. I think we're going to continue to see guys like Zach Keller and Adlin and, Luke Carney and obviously Elijah that you guys just talked to. Jordy Barnes, I thought did a nice job in the Davidson game, ready to go. So we got to continue to work guys out, have good dialogue with them. I think we're starting to understand our roles. But this team is different, right? We're good on both sides of the ball. There's very few teams in the country that are well balanced and have the depth that we do. So it's definitely a benefit.
See, the trip couldn't have been any better for you guys, really. I mean, you got some good neutral site.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a charter plane, that probably would have been really nice. So we wouldn't have spent all day in airports traveling back, and
What happened with the court?
then driving 80 minutes from Salt Lake. That would have been really nice. But no, I was really pleased with the way we executed offensively. I thought we shared it. I thought we made shots, kept the game simple. I thought we really turned it up in the second half of Tulane, and that momentum really was a great thing for the next game, which was Davidson, a team that we have great respect for. So, you usually get the results when you put in the work, and I thought we had great prep leading up to that.
So obviously, results-wise, this is the best start you could have had. But looking for, like, what are the things that you're expecting your team to run into that you're trying to prepare them for?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the key, right? I think that's the key critical point. How can you get better? What can you do better? Number one, defensively, we got to quit fouling, right? It starts and ends at the foul line. You can't give people easy baskets, right? So you got to protect the paint, load up, be active on the ball, keep guys off the foul line. The other thing is defensive rebounding. We got to do a much, much better job. We missed some free throw blockouts. We didn't play as physical as I had liked in certain possessions, so we'll show that today. I think our activity level, whether it's in the full court or the half court, has got to continue to be good, being in the gap, showing length. And then I think offensively, it's getting the ball out quicker on makes. We've been really, really bad with that. It's really my fault. We haven't practiced it a ton. We understand what we're running, but we need to just run. Sometimes the easiest thing offensively is to run. And then I think, continue to win the foul line, right? Like, get to the line, get in the paint. Paint to great is what we talk about, get in the paint. And great things will happen, whether you get fouled or you get a kick out three. And then I think more post-ups. I think our post play was just okay. Our front court guys can play better, and we're going to need them to play better.
If MJ played the way he did, maybe they didn't get as many touches. But
no, there wasn't a lot of rebounds, and when a kid like that has it going like that, you got to get him the ball. And it was pretty neat to be a part of that. I thought his teammates did a great job. He deserved to be National Player of the Week. I mean, we've had 3 of those awards in a matter of a year and a half. That's hard to do. There's some great players around the country. I don't know about you guys, but to me this week feels like the NCAA tournament with the games on TNT and on True at night. This is awesome, in the players era. I thought, hopefully that's something maybe one day we can get in. We're dying to get in a tournament like that. It's been neat to watch, but at the same time, you got to really, as Jason said, figure out the weaknesses of your team, and there's always stuff you can get better at. And we got a whole bunch of things we got to do the next 3 days.
I forgot to ask you this after the game, but I'm assuming you left MJ in with knowing he was close to 40 points?
Yeah. So Ben or one of the guys said that he needed 2 points for the record. Now, if I knew he needed 4 for J.C. Carroll's record, I would have had him break that too. So J.C. can buy me lunch when I see him.
Let's see. One of the thoughts. So I think the opponent's 3-point attempt is just kind of a random thought where I think you're ranked like 344th and like teams are taking more 3-pointers against you. Is there any concern in that? Like, you're going to give up shots somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like, is it concerning that teams are shooting more threes? Like, are they open threes?
No, I think that's more of, the Tulane game was a little bit of an outlier. I thought they shot the ball really well. We got to do a better job of just contesting. As long as they're contested, I'm okay with it. As long as they're not clean looks, I'm okay with it. They got to be rushed or off the bounce, I'm okay with. So I think teams are finding it a hard time to get in the paint against us. I think it starts and ends with Drake Allen. I've said it all along. I think he's one of the best guard defenders in the country. I think he really, the 18 months, almost 2 years now, whatever it's been with him, he's really grown up in the belief of he's really buying into defense. He doesn't get screened. He steals the ball. He keeps guys in front. And then you add Colby and MJ at the top of that zone. Those guys don't get beat, right? So they're throwing the ball a lot on the perimeter and settling for threes. So sometimes that's a good thing. Now, when they make them like Tulane, which I thought the first half they really shot it well, and our ball screen defense in that game wasn't good. But it'll be a concern if we lose. Right now we got to continue to just kind of get good at all facets of defense. But I'm happy where we're at.